Welcome back to the Brush Your Benchwarmers podcast. My name is Adam Den, Ethan Leviditis, and Michael Kormelos, directly to my left for our first ever live podcast. This is something else, boys.
This is real.
Yeah, this is legit now.
And the last one for a while.
Yeah, is it?
In person.
Oh,
In person,
yeah, in person, yeah, that is true. So, make it the first one and the last one for a while, but
Yeah.
we're gonna enjoy it. So,
It's gonna be great.
about a week ago, we recorded a giant podcast about the entirety of the AFC and gave our rankings for each division and talked about every single team. And that podcast took a really long time.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're here and you got through the first one, we appreciate it. But now we go on to the NFC in a division which, while maybe the overall top-heavy talent of the AFC isn't there, it's gonna be interesting to see the amount of contenders for the bottom level spots that come out of this, and so we have an exciting division on our hands for sure.
Yeah.
Move to the West.
Yeah. This is a good division.
Because of two teams.
Two good teams.
Two good teams, one
Two-
team
two-
that's a massive question.
Okay,
mark,
one
and
really good team, one good team, and two.
I think the good team could be a really good team, though.
I think it's one insane team, one good to really good team, one team that I just have no clue what's going on, and one team that might be one of the worst.
Yeah,
football
that
teams.
might win 0.
I
A
think
team that is starting Colt McCoy in 2023.
I
Clayton
think
Tune
the margin between the insane team and the good team
is
not
is
that
a
much.
lot less than you guys think it is.
well, it's two games for me.
It's 3 games for me.
It's one game for me.
Oh, well, I think that's stupid. You just don't like that. The media.
It's less not liking them. It's more loving the other team.
I mean, I like Seattle a lot. I wanted them to win 11 games, but
I have them in
Are we gonna go through?
All right, here you go. You
Yeah.
start.
All right. I have the San Francisco 49ers at 11-6. I have the Seattle Seahawks at 10-7.
11-6 for the 49ers? What?
just
Relax. I'll get there.
we're gonna. I haven't even said mine yet.
I have the Los Angeles Rams at 4-13, and I have the Arizona Cardinals at 2-15.
Actually, for this sake, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the one to predict.
Okay. Anyways, Niners 12-5. We know this. Seahawks.
That's still low.
Seahawks 10.
What do you have them winning?
Seahawks. His.
Do you have them at 16-1?
No.
Okay. Niners 12-5. Seahawks 10-7. Rams 7-10, and the Cardinals 4-13. How do they win 4 games? You say. The same reason I talked about earlier, how teams magically win games.
Are we really going to debate the Cardinals?
Well, when Kyler's back, they're going to probably win 3 games. They're going to win 1.
We can't debate the Cardinals. It
No,
might
it's
go.
just
We can't debate the
He'll
Cardinals.
be back around. So if you have him for 7 games, you're probably winning at least 2.
No,
I
from
can't.
Kyler Murray, I just don't play.
I can't.
You're coming off a torn ACL, and your team's already been eliminated.
Give your
Right.
take.
I have the 49ers going 14-3. I have the Seahawks going 11-6. I have the Rams going 5-12, and I have the Cardinals genuinely going 0-17.
Okay,
I did
Cardinals.
not pick the Cardinals. We can start with Arizona.
We're going to debate the Arizona Cardinals.
We're gonna talk about Arizona.
We are
for
going
30
to have
seconds.
an extensive
dialogue,
conversation
yes.
about the Arizona Cardinals.
It's the worst receiver room I've maybe ever seen in my life. James
Receiver-
Conner exists.
Hollywood Brown.
Oh, I forgot about Hollywood Brown. Never mind.
It's
one of the worst
it's
receivers.
Can you
competent.
read out their defensive line for me?
I don't
Okay, we got BJ Ojolari. He's a rookie. He's good. Jazavian Collins count.
He does not count.
Okay,
He's a
because
linebacker.
he's he's one of those linebackers
I know
who
he's a
also
hybrid,
rushes
but
the
he's a
passer. Like
Can we read out the combined number of sacks last season for their defensive line?
probably more because they had JJ Watt.
They had
for-
J.J. Watt last year.
And now
No, for the ones who are
And
still on the
Zach
team.
I mean, when your
Zach Seiler, guys.
Buda Baker exists, but when your second best secondary piece is Marco Wilson, like,
Who's
oh my God.
throwing the shoe. It's
Didn't
just.
we trade for Marco Wilson?
No,
at
we
some
traded
point?
for jeez.
Sean Wade.
No. He was.
Was Sean Wade in the
No,
league?
no. We traded a guy for Zach Ertz. He was from like UCF, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Brandon Moore.
No. He's not on the team anymore, obviously.
Definitely.
Which team?
Not on the Cardinals because he was on the
He's
Eagles.
not on the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that
tells you.
goes to say.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
geez.
Alright.
The offensive line. Would you like to read out the offensive line starters?
Paris Johnson.
I know they do. Let's read the interiors.
Let's I
specifically.
have an idea. Let's just drop it and talk about San Francisco.
Yeah,
Look,
it's bad. It's
they're,
bad.
They're bad. They're really
Jonathan
bad.
Gannon is
Jonathan Gannon
a
is
fraud.
probably bad. Look, like like you said, if Kyler comes back and maybe they have one game where he goes for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Raiders,
Yeah.
and it's like a big
my thing
shebang.
for Kyler
Yeah.
Murray is if you're, let's say, week 12 he's ready to come back, and like hypothetically the Cardinals are out of 12.
Yeah.
You're coming off a torn ACL. Why play?
And here's my other thing. I think they're angling to get Caleb Williams.
Me too.
I don't think Kyler Murray's gonna be on this team next year.
Kyler Murray isn't good. I don't think Kyler Murray's that good, especially when your best threat is running and you're tore your ACL. Like imagine Lamar tore his ACL.
It's right.
It's wraps. So think about it for Kyler Murray, who's a worse runner and passer.
I think
Behind no offensive line.
I think there will be a market.
Behind Trent. Wait, no, I'm not right. This is what you call
I
it.
think there will be a Kyler Murray market next year.
Who's
because
taking that
I think inevitably because of the NFL's quarterback addiction.
No, dude.
We'll call it.
Who is taking
I
that
think
Daniel
contract?
Jones
there
is
will be
making like $40 million a year.
Yes.
Anything is possible.
That's not fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray is the second highest contract.
Quarterback number 4 is making $500 million no matter what.
Yeah. But Kyler Murray is coming up with torn ACL.
I don't think it's gonna be like RG3 levels bad,
Yeah.
but
But it's still
It's bad.
not gonna be
like,
good.
No, I agree. It's
I
bad.
think RG3 was better than Kyler Murray
It's bad.
before he
Yeah.
And then
that's
all the stuff with the Cardinals front office
it's
And
and
all
their
the
back and forth.
disaster.
And the question
Like-
marks in general about Kyler Murray's commitment to football.
Well, that's the front office stuff.
Yeah.
If your front office is throwing out these smoke screens in an attempt to downgrade your value, what does that tell you about
he should go play baseball.
one, the agent of the quarterback, and one, the organization?
He should go play baseball.
He should go
Yeah.
play baseball.
But not for the A's,
Not
because
for the A's.
they're a worse organization than the Cardinals, and how it's possible.
He should go play for like the Giants or something.
Yeah.
Or like an average, like a below average NL team.
Yeah.
We need a platoon bat.
All right, ready? Here we go. San Francisco.
All right.
That will be very good.
Do you want to go?
regardless
I'll let
of
y'all
who
go
plays
first.
quarterback.
All right, I'll go
Yes.
first.
And I agree with that statement.
He'll go on as Brock Purdy.
It's not even fully about Brock
Love
Purdy.
letter, but
And
yeah,
he
we'll see
is getting a love letter at some point in my life. That defense is so good.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, and they
It's-
added like what,
Well,
in my
I mean,
opinion, probably should have been an All-Pro defensive tackle.
I agree.
Because Chris Jones was good. Quinton Williams, I think, definitely deserved a spot, but I think Javon Hargrave firmly should have been an All-Pro. Am I saying that to Neil? Maybe, but he was fantastic.
So add that
And
to
adding him to a defensive line with the reigning defensive player of the year, and Eric Armstead, like
my problem is in
as the best
secondary.
linebacker probably in
My problem
football.
is in the secondary.
Secondary.
I don't even think most quarterbacks are gonna be able to like make good reads
Oh, yeah.
against them just because they're gonna be flushed. They're gonna be flustered. in the
Maybe, but it's just like you lose Jimmy Ward, and
To-
how key he was as a safety or corner or whatever he was going to
pocket. He
be to
was a
that
safety,
defense.
but I do like Deshaun Gibson. I don't mind Deshaun Gibson.
I don't mind Deshaun Gibson.
Hafuga was awesome.
Ufunga?
Ufunga-
Okay, this is crazy. I don't know why I know this. He was a first team All Pro. Swear to God.
He was.
He was awesome last year.
He was very
He was
good.
incredible. And I think I agree because of the scheme. I think that's fine, and I think we can say that. But in a playoff situation last year,
This is a regular
Gibson
season.
and
I don't care.
Lenoir did not show up in the way we were looking for. And
Yeah.
from my
Yeah.
perspective,
Yeah.
coming from that going into this season, I am less confident in this defense than I was last season.
That's fine.
That's
That's
fine.
how I
I don't
feel.
disagree with it.
That's how I feel.
I would
But-
disagree with it too. I mean, I'm also going to look at the offense
Yeah.
now. But
And
that
now this is where I'm gonna disagree a little bit again.
this is
but
I
I'll let
think
you go.
The O line,
You have the best,
It's
you have the
consistently-
best offensive lineman in football.
Yep.
and then the rest of the O line is just like
Good.
consistently good. I love George Kittle. I still don't think the 49ers know how to use him, but
'Cause-
whatever way they
yeah.
use him, he ends up being good.
Yeah.
The receiver core is whatever, but
You have a guy who's probably gonna have 1,000 yards anyway, not at tight end or receiver, so you'll be fine.
yeah, but it, like so you obviously, and then you have Debo, who's
Who was all pro like 2 years ago?
and then Brandon Ayuk, who's the guy who's going to give you anywhere from 800 to 1,100 yards. He's solid, and then Jawan, I don't even know.
Juwan Jennings was somehow good.
Jawan Jennings is somehow good in that 49ers.
The
running
if it
back
works,
room,
it works.
The running back room was good. You know, obviously you have Christian McCaffrey, but also Elijah Mitchell exists. Like he's a great backup.
Yeah.
I thought Brock Purdy was great last year. It's obviously
I did
like
too.
it's a product I know of Kyle Shanahan's
Uh,
offense.
I don't even know
Billion
that.
children,
I think
no.
he was. There is legitimately good film and there is legitimately bad film of Brock Purdy. I'm
The
gonna.
rookie going into that situation, not getting any reps at
Yeah.
all in training camp last year, and just going in there. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he lost until they were technically going to give him. And I think wins and losses are over your quarterback staying.
100%.
Are we going
Not
to
a
technically
quarterback
give
stay.
him a loss against Philly
No.
for throwing 4 passes and then like
We're
having-
giving it to
I-
Josh Johnson.
I'm tired of talking about that game,
And
man.
I'm not going to bring up that game.
I'm just-
I do think San Francisco. I still think you guys win that game.
Yeah.
I did too.
I just think it's a hell of a lot closer. I think it's a one-score
just-
game if he
I'm-
plays the whole game.
I'm just
but
tired of it, man.
So am I. I
Yeah.
hate when people talk about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think a full season of Brock Purdy, a whole, he really hasn't had the full training camp, but he's having practices now. Like, he's won the job. It was never a question in Kyle Shanahan's mind. He kind of played the whole media with that, making it seem like it was going to be a competition. But he's getting like more like preseason snaps, first team. He's getting first team reps, obviously, and practices that he wasn't getting last year until week 7 or 8 or whatever he came in. I think that's going to go a long way.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I said about quarterback number 4.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. I'm gonna say the same thing I said about the Packers. It's like he's not a system quarterback. I think it was still good, but I'm gonna say, God forbid something happens to Brock Purdy. I feel like they'll still be a great team.
yeah.
Like I understand why they're kind of giving up on Trey Lance. But just this little tangent. The system being as like quarterback friendly as it is, trading 3 first-round picks to get a guy who,
Hasn't been good.
he hasn't played.
And when he's played, it hasn't been wonderful.
Like you're like,
It's been ugly.
like there's something there. And then there's not.
Now, here's my thing, and here's where I'm going on my little spiel. A lot of people are going to compare Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy and what they've done in offenses. And a lot of people like to compare them as quarterbacks. I don't think what people realize is that Brock Purdy is literally the exact opposite
Yeah.
of Jimmy Garoppolo.
So Brock Purdy, like,
In a good way and a bad way.
How can I say this without sounding delusional? Don't let me explain this before I say it, but like Brock Purdy, there were times where he not skill wise.
Are you going to say Favre again?
Huh?
Well, Farbian doesn't. If you said Farbian, he would have like
he
a,
made
he'd
plays
be
that look-
putting up Jameis numbers.
He made plays that look like Patrick Mahomes sometimes, where he would just randomly run out of the pocket and go do things. And I'm not that's just completely different to what Jimmy. And I'm more talking about Patrick Mahomes' ability to extend plays and run out of the pocket and throw. Or if Jimmy Garoppolo got forced out of the pocket, the plays are dead.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. That would be absolutely
Is
outlandish.
it just like by definition,
Just by definition,
extending a
extending-
play like this guy?
yes, I'm saying that. I'm not saying he's the same quarterback as him, but
God, no.
but he's been a great. That's my opinion. Like, I think he was awesome at creating play. I just think he's overall going to be a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep.
I feel that with Brock Purdy at quarterback, because of what may at times be his explosiveness and what other times may be his downfall, I feel like this offense becomes less of a system offense with him at quarterback and more of a
offense.
Brock Purdy offense. And I don't know if I've seen enough Brock Purdy, given the quarterback that he is, over a 17-game season. I feel that there may be swells where this is a 2-interception Brock Purdy game where he struggles and
that's
blah.
what happens with
And I feel like the consistency of Jimmy Garoppolo, even though I feel there's a higher ceiling for this team with Brock Purdy, I feel as if there is most definitely a lower floor.
It could go bad.
That's how I feel.
It might. But
I did think Brock
I
Purdy was very
feel
consistent
if Brock
quarterback
Purdy
last year.
is a more boom or bust quarterback, and a Kyle Shanahan offense has never had a boom or bust quarterback. That's how I feel.
yeah.
And that's why I have
Well,
them winning 11 games. Is because I feel like
You're being a little bit more realistic.
yes,
You're taking the I guess
that in the
the
secondary.
volatility of the secondary as well as
Yes.
the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, once
position.
again,
Yes.
I'll say I said this with the Lions. I'll say I'm just looking at it based on what I saw
Yeah.
last season.
Yeah.
And last season, I saw a damn good
Yeah.
rookie quarterback.
No, I get
Yeah.
that.
He
And I'm
would
gonna
have-
we're gonna talk about Seattle next, and I'm gonna do the same thing about
And
Seattle.
we're gonna see times where he's gonna look like he's in a sophomore slump or whatever. I mean,
Exactly.
It happens to everybody in college, and it happens to
Yeah.
everybody in the NFL
Yeah.
except Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of did happen to Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
but whatever. But I still think 49ers second best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
I still think they rival Philly for maybe the
I
best.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I
agree.
think because of how I feel about the boomer bust potential of the team,
If
I
Brock
think
Purdy-
Dallas is a more stable. I am more confident in Dallas as a stable
Okay,
medium.
well, I'll just
than I
deliver
am
my
in San
hot
Francisco.
take for the video now. Then, if Brock Purdy booms the way you think, the way I think he'll boom,
Yeah.
then I think San Francisco wins the Super Bowl.
I think that's fine.
I think San
I don't
Francisco.
think is that a hot take?
I think San
I think that's a
Francisco.
hot
This
take.
is a-
I'll take my turn. San
this
Francisco is
is-
a cakewalk to the Super Bowl. How about that?
I think
They
that's a
run
hot
through the
take.
conference. Okay.
There you go. That's
I
my
think
hot take.
that's a
I
hot
think they run through the NFC.
I think that's a very.
And I think they. I don't. I
But
won't
it's in
say,
this-
I
in
won't
this-
say they
in this-
crush you in the link at the link for an NFC Championship
It'll
game.
be a
but
slugfest
I think they-
probably.
I think they win convincingly against you.
I think that's a hot take.
There you go. That's the point.
Yes, yeah, that's what a hot take is.
You just got mad at me for saying that it wasn't. All right. Seattle, Geno Smith also.
We like them. Like they're like very fun. They're like the more safe Lions.
They're
Yeah.
way safe Lions.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gino, I mean, it is a little difficult to think that he'll be as good as he was last year.
Is it?
Just because of his track record historically, but I still think with the weapons around him, he'll be fine.
yeah, I think he will be, but I think
Yeah.
there has to be like a question mark lingering in the back of everyone's mind, just saying like there's a possibility he might not be as good as he was last
I
year.
like the Mike theory with him in golf, and we're comparing them and the Lions, and I feel the same way about both those quarterbacks.
They'll get the
The
job done.
structure around them being the same,
You can win with them.
the coordinator being the
You're
same,
good.
the offense being the same. I feel it's
You can win
I
with
feel
him. You can win with him. I put him in the same category. I put Jimmy Garoppolo in that category too. You can win. You can win with football. Look, with the 49ers made the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. You can win football games with Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think
Yeah, if
I
so
think the
it's a
49ers,
solid quarterback.
but I think the 49ers are instantly the Brock Purdy ceiling. I mean, yeah, the Brock Purdy ceiling if they had Geno Smith on their team.
Mhm.
I'm just that in love with what Geno Smith did.
Well, like if you're looking at maybe 2 years.
Yeah,
ago,
I'm not like, guys, this guy sucked on the Jets. But also he was a very, very good quarterback last year. I'm like 75% in the good camp.
Me too. I love Kenneth Walker. Obviously.
Yeah, if we get a full season of Kenneth Walker, he's gonna
is
probably
awesome.
But
probably
there's
gonna be
already
Pro Bowler.
injuries.
Yeah, well,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And
Him
same
and
with
Charbonnet, it's like all over the
like,
place.
that's where we
Kenneth
worry.
Walker's
But
off the. He's off it.
he
Yeah,
is
we're
okay.
good.
Good.
He's fine.
But in a Pete Carroll offense, he's gonna. I still remember 2 years ago when they were throwing out DJ Dallas and
Oh my God.
Rashad Penny, and then now he
Eagles
has
legend Rashad
possibly a legitimate back. And
He has the best back he's had since Marshall Lynch left.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going on our Chris Carson soapbox,
Okay, maybe we'll put Chris Carson.
he was pretty good.
Chris Carson, I thought was great.
But Kenneth Walker could be like
Kenneth
great,
Walker is
great.
Kenneth Walker had over 1,000 yards last year, and he barely
He
started.
played
He started like 5 games.
I actually dropped him in fantasy football, and he had about 150 yards next week.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Okay. And, okay, I'm gonna go to the receiver room real quick.
Yep.
I'm not gonna go crazy about JSN. It kind of doesn't make.
Well, he's hurt already.
Yeah. Like his frame kind of scares me. I think he's still like top 3 at least receiver
He'll
in that class.
play week 1. It's not a major injury.
Yeah.
Day-to-day injury,
But
he's still
like
an injury.
when you have DK Metcalf, who's a monster, and Tyler Lockett, who has been consistent since he came into the league.
That's why I drafted him in fantasy.
Yeah, like he is like the most consistent receiver probably in the league. And DK Metcalf, obviously physically, is one of the most talented players at his position. And adding JSN it's like fun. It's kind of a luxury pick if we're being honest.
It's very similar with the Cowboys did a few years ago. They had a really good receiver core.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? Let's draft CeeDee Lamb.
Yep.
And that was just to mess with the Eagles, obviously, but yeah, like cool.
Yeah.
You got a very good receiver on top of your 2 already really good receivers. Like
It's a good O-line.
They'll improve.
It's the best O-line I've seen Seattle have since they made the Super Bowl.
Abraham Lucas should improve a lot.
Charles Cross was
Cross.
great last year as a rookie. The
Yeah.
interior is a little questionable, but I still think they're all average enough to get the job done.
Yeah.
And the defense is awesome.
I think it can be.
they just have a ton of super athletes, and it
Bobby
could
Wagner's back.
yeah.
Was he back last year?
No,
Was
he
he-
was-
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he went mid-year last year or if he was. Yeah, he's back. I like Jordan Brooks.
Yeah.
Jordan Brooks is very good.
Devin Bush lingers there, exists.
If he's like a depth guy, fine.
Yeah.
Which
he-
I don't want him in
he's not.
coverage.
He's not a starter.
Yeah,
He's a depth guy.
you're fine.
Mario Edwards is a decent edge rusher. I like Mafe.
You got Mafe, you got Derek Hall, not the Phillies one.
Yeah.
But he's one of those super
He
athletes.
sucks. And I like the secondary. I'm always on the Jamal Adams train. I've never been
If
off of
Slate's
him.
boy plays a full season, it'll be good. Quandre Diggs
is
been
cool.
consistently very good.
And then Devin Witherspoon is.
Devin Witherspoon's amazing. Tariq Woolen is better.
Tariq Woolen's better
his name is
than.
Reek now.
Yeah.
He's Reek Woolen.
Sorry.
As he's listed on the depth chart as
Really?
IQ one.
Okay, well
I'm
still,
gonna call him
he
Tariq
is, okay. In the draft process, I guess it was 2 years ago now, seeing a guy who is 6'6", running a 4.2, I'm like, this guy was probably gonna be good. and then he was probably the best, he probably would have, I assume he would have been top 3 in defensive rookie of the year voting, I could only assume that.
Yeah, I don't know.
He could solidify himself as a top 5 corner in this league this season.
Yeah, this could be his Pat Surtain breakout season for sure.
Definitely.
And speaking of Pat Surtain and the Broncos, they got Noah Fant for fun. They got
He exists. He's a tight end, but I mean, they don't really even use a tight end. that much.
He's
Yeah.
like a horrible blocker, which is not great for
he's
Who also could have 500 yards receiving. But they barely use a tight end. That's just the way they
And
play.
didn't they get another defensive lineman in that trade?
Jerron Reed. No.
Is it Shelby Harris?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even know if he's
Yes,
still, I don't
it
know if
was
he's still on the team.
I think they.
I
I
just
don't
took the depth chart.
Yeah.
off the
They're deep.
Either way, they don't have any elite defensive linemen, but they have a lot of
Jerron Reed is their starting nose tackle. Oh no, that's not who
Well,
we're looking for.
yeah.
Yeah, Shelby Harris is not on the roster.
Okay, well, either way, they have a lot of fun guys, young, intriguing guys who could break out theoretically. But either way, I still think they'll make their contributions.
High ceiling, high floor.
Yeah, linebacking core. Obviously, Bobby Wagner is one of the best linebackers of his generation. I don't know if it'll be back, but Jordan
He's
Brooks.
still going to be above average.
But Jordan Brooks is going to probably play at a Pro Bowl-ish level.
Yeah, he's been great.
And the secondary is, I think,
Awesome.
Yeah.
if Devin Witherspoon plays up to expectations, they are probably they could be the best secondary in ball. Like I'm sorry.
Now, when we talk about this team and the difference between them and San Francisco, and I obviously, I have expressed my concerns. I feel like this team's ceiling in their youth is so high that if Geno takes another step, I would not be shocked if they win this division.
I would.
I would not be.
I would be.
I would not be.
They're not.
There's my hot take, Mike.
That's probably a better hot take than mine, but
Yeah.
no, I don't think any team comes close to the 49ers.
I think they really could.
That's like if everything works out perfectly. But that's the same thing.
I think it's more possible than we believe.
Go with the Rams quickly.
Okay.
The Rams stink.
Rams.
The Rams aren't as bad as y'all are saying.
The Rams' offense is not as bad as y'all were saying. Outside of Aaron Donald,
Defensive.
these guys suck ass.
And the Rams' offensive line?
Sucks ass.
Yes.
Like, Matt Stafford. Ugh.
Guys, it's the Stetson Bennett show. We all know this.
Listen, I'm on the Matthew Stafford, I think he's a Hall of Famer. I've been defending that take since
I think winning the Super Bowl pretty much.
I've been on that train before he got traded to the after that season before he got traded to the Rams. I said he's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah. As far as counting stats, he has probably top 10 yards, at least top 15 touchdowns.
All the comebacks.
All the comebacks
Spooky.
on bad teams.
Yeah. I love the offensive skill position area. Matt Stafford. I don't know how he's going to be coming back from that weird ass injury he had, but
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario,
Still-
Stetson Bennett comes in and the Rams just
Yeah.
bomb SoFi Stadium. Stetson Bennett somehow in the NFL.
Sean
Cam
Clifford was
Akers.
a 5th round pick.
Cam Akers exists. He's fine. He's average.
Card Williams, Zach Evans. He's great
From
too.
Ole Miss, he's fun. Cooper Kupp is Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, he'll put up 1,500
It's
yards
just
if
like-
he stays healthy, which is a big question mark. I feel like his injury kind of threw a wrench in the whole season, even though I know the Matt Stafford thing.
At the end of the day, he is the offense. We understand that.
Hey,
I think
their receiving core is solid
Guys,
this year.
Tutu out. No.
I've been on the Van
yeah,
Jefferson
Tutu
train
out.
for a while. I think
Van Jefferson is
solid.
respectable.
I've also been on the Demarcus Robinson train. I think he's a wide receiver 3. Demarcus Robinson is very good.
I think at the end of the day, I feel bad for McVay given what he's given, but I think he overall elevates what's probably
That's
not
why
a
I
very
have them
talented
winning
roster
7 games.
Yes.
enough. But 7 I just feel is too much. I don't think there's enough talent here. I don't see how they're better than last year. I don't.
Because Cooper
Well,
Kupp
if
is.
they have healthy players.
Are they gonna be healthy, man? They don't have. One is nearing 30 years old, and the other one is gonna get killed in the pocket on every snap.
He got killed in the pocket when he won the Super Bowl.
Bro, he's been killed for his pocket his entire career, dude.
Even the year they won the
But
Super
he
Bowl,
wasn't
it was
30
Whitworth, and then
four.
he was 30, 2.5. It's bad. That's
I
bad for a
don't see
quarterback
it,
anyway.
man.
Yeah.
I don't see
I
it.
mean, it could happen. It could not. I don't care.
Yeah, I think I'm going on I'm going on.
I think you're the ceiling.
Yeah, this is like
probably
ceiling.
even higher than that.
Ceiling. Matt Stafford is at 75% power.
And it's
And
a
Cooper
portal-
Kupp.
I think he would have to be at pretty high power for them to win 7 games.
but also I'm assuming Cooper Kupp playing the whole season, which is probably not happening. But
Just get hit with the Rico. Me Millie. Cause we in the field with them bird like we play for the Eagles. I'm on probation, so let me not talk what's illegal. Switch it up.